Hey guys, so today we're going to be having a look at the new Morphe Fluidity foundation. I've literally just got color matched for this yesterday. This came out on the 17th of January. I did actually email Morphe UK and ask them, like, is this going to be in stores? Because they have like 2 stores in the UK. They've got one in London and they've got one in Birmingham. I don't live nowhere near Birmingham, and even getting to the one in London, like, if you're going to go to Stratford Westfield from where I live, you may as well just make a day of it, because it's like that huge mall with like 1,000 shops. Well, not 1,000, but you know, it's got loads and loads of shops. So it's like, you don't just go there like, oh yeah, let me just pop to Westfield. It's like you make a day of it. Anyway, I emailed them. They were like, we don't know if it's going to be in store. And it's like, how do you not know if it's going to be in store? And then I got an email saying, hey, come along to the store and get color matched. So I was like, thanks Morphe. Anyway, so I went into the store and I saw one of their makeup artists who matched me, and she gave me F2.60. I don't know what the numbers necessarily mean. So I don't know if there's like a F3.60, 4.60. I don't understand the number scheme that they have. They'll probably understand it a lot better than I would. Anyway, so it comes in this lovely little box. It's £16, and I think in the US it's $17, and it is 30 ml, which is 1 fluid ounce. Okay, so it says it's a full coverage foundation which has 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of oils, fragrances and parabens, and it's great for all skin types. Okay. Oh, and it has a shelf life of 12 months once you open it. So the foundation itself comes in this little tube here. I think that this is really nice. I didn't realize that the foundation was going to come in this little box, but I'm kind of glad that it did. Well, considering that it's £16, I think that it should come in a box, but I expect it to come just in this tube here, to be 100% honest with you. And it comes in 60 shades. So I thought that it will definitely be a good idea to go to the store and get color matched rather than just try and guess out of 60 shades. Like, obviously I know that I'm not going to be the deepest or the lightest, but still there's going to be a lot to choose from in between, like in my range. So I just decided, let me just go over to the store and let them do it for me, because then if it's not right, it's not my fault. So the bottom of the lid has this little M. Can you see it shining? M for Morphe. I think that's quite a cute little touch, to be fair. And I do actually quite like the way that the packaging looks. Also, something that I noticed is that it comes with this seal. You know, like when you get a brand new toothpaste and you have to undo the seal? I like that about this. So you know that when you open it, it's not gonna have anything in the cap, because that's how you know that people have been touching it, fondling with it or whatever. It's like, at least this way, you know you got a brand new foundation. No one has tried it out on their hand or anything like that. You got a brand new one, okay? You got a brand new one. So I am going to be using my Revolution Blur Stick. I should have purchased one of these while I was out there, but I completely forgot. Now, to be honest, when the lady matched me, she was asking me questions like, you know, how do you prefer for your makeup to be? And I think this is something that a lot of makeup artists ask. Like, how do you prefer for your foundation to look? Do you want it to be warmer? Do you want it to be cooler? Do you want it to be exact? And I prefer, if I can, like in the winter months, like where we are now, I do want to look exactly as my skin tone is. And then in the summertime, I can either warm it up, or I can just use something which is just a little bit more warmer. But 9 times out of 10, because we can't predict what the weather's going to be like over here, I'll prefer to have something which is like true to my skin color, and I always find that it's a little bit difficult. Whew, the seal is off. The seal is off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, what she said is that a little goes a long way, and if I want it to be a little bit more full coverage, then like just build it up kind of thing. So I'm gonna follow what she said. And I'm hoping that I'm not putting too much, and I'm hoping that it's not gonna dry. Now the areas that need help are this area here. I've had a breakout, so this area here, and on my chin. I do have a little, like some red marks on this side as well. But yeah, those are like the main areas that need help. And using my trusty brush, I am going to dab this in. Oh, and this is supposed to be like matte, like real matte. I was thinking like, should I get the concealer as well? And I decided, you know what, no. And I don't think I had any real particular reason for saying no. I just decided no. Okay, I kind of feel like I have used too much on my forehead. And the makeup artist that I spoke to, she says that I have very neutral undertones. But it's so funny because when I've been colour matched at MAC, they think I have olivey undertones. And then somebody else feels like I have yellowy undertones. It's like, okay, we're not on the same page. We're not on the same page. I'm just gonna dab out any area that I kind of feel needs extra blendation. Okay, so straight away, what I have noticed is that with this foundation, and I think this is probably with a lot of matte foundations, you guys know that I like a matte finish, okay? But I'm finding that with matte foundations that I've been trying nowadays, they really do cling to the texture of your skin. And I understand like foundations are going to, they're not going to smooth out like any bumps or breakouts that you might have, but I think that the ones that are matte, they truly do like cling extra hard to any texture that you have on your face. I really do feel that way. So it's not necessarily just this foundation, it's with other matte foundations as well. Like if they're true matte, they're gonna stick to any bumps, lumps, dips, they're gonna stick, trust me. And I'm finding that that's what this is doing as well. I kind of feel like for the best part, it has covered, or it has tried to cover to the best of its ability, the areas that I feel need extra help. But I think it would definitely be worth going in on those areas just a little bit. Like I don't feel like I need a whole entire layer. I just need help in, yeah, like that's a lot better straight away. And I kind of feel like she was right when she said a little goes a long way. Like I will get used to like ratios, and I'll know how much to put, because you know, like with some foundations when you first try them, you'll put a little bit on, or you'll put on how much you would normally put on with another foundation, and then you find that, oh, it was too much, or oh, it was too little, but then you figure out how much you need with that particular foundation. So I know that that will happen with this. Okay, so this is what it looks like as I've just put it on. I haven't put on any concealer, any powders, any blush, anything. It's just the foundation itself. And yeah, this is a matte foundation and this is a full coverage foundation. But as I said, I feel like it clings to certain areas. Do I think that this is a good match for me? Yeah, I do. I do. If I was to get this again, I would definitely get this shade again, because she tried this one and there was one which was a little bit more green, and it was like, nah, that one would make me look like I'm sick. So this is definitely the best one. So what I'm gonna go and do is finish my makeup. I'm gonna go and do some stuff throughout the day, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think of the foundation. I'm not going to wear any powder because I wanna see whether or not the matteness of this foundation suffices, that you don't have to wear a powder on top of it, because it's supposed to be a matte foundation. So I'm not going to wear a powder. Let's see how it holds up. Okay, so I've been wearing this foundation all day. I've been out, I've come back, I've been out, I've come back, I've done some stuff around the house, blah, blah, blah. And also I have reviewed the first part of this footage, like when I was first putting on the foundation, and it looked so white on me on camera, but it does not look like that in real life. So it's a little bit strange, but you know, the color match is decent. I will say that here there is a bit of shine, so it probably is worth using a powder to set it. Even though it is supposed to be a matte foundation, it could probably do with having a powder just to make sure that it stays matte. or blotting throughout the day. Is it full coverage? I think it's buildable, because even still I can still see like the blemish that I have there, a little bit of the blemish that I have there. So it's probably worth, you know, building it up to the level that you want it to be. I have got better full coverage foundations, but I would say that if you had like really good skin, like clear skin, no scars or anything like that, then this will be perfectly fine for you in that regard. As I said, I feel like it really does cling on to my little bumps that I have on my face, because I am having a breakout at the moment. But yeah, my skin kind of looks a little bit shiny. I don't feel like this is the best foundation that I've ever used. It's not the worst, but it's not like the best full coverage foundation ever, but it's all right for a foundation that I can just use every single day. Just put a little bit of powder with it and whatnot. I probably will do that throughout this week and see how I get on, because when I try, like sometimes when I try foundations which are supposed to be matte, I tend to try them without a powder, and then there are times where I try them with a powder to see, you know, like, can I go without wearing a powder? And there are a couple of foundations that are matte that I can go without wearing a powder at all, and it will stay matte, and it will stay matte throughout the entire day. But this isn't one of those kind of foundations, because my oils are definitely peeking through. If you are a dry skinned person, I would say to you that it's probably worth hydrating your skin or using a hydrating setting spray over the top, because you are going to find that it is going to make you look dry. But if you do have skin like mine where my oils peek through a little bit, then you won't really necessarily have that problem, but you may feel that you're going to need to blot throughout the day. Just saying. So as I said, it's not a bad foundation. I do think that for what it is, it's kind of up there in price. I mean, £16 for this foundation, I feel like that's a lot. I can kind of compare it to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have done a review on that, but I haven't yet put it up. And I think what I will do is, once I've put up my reviews of both of these foundations, I might put them together and like see what the pros and cons are with, you know, of both of these foundations. And the Wet n Wild one is only $5.99. So, and I also feel like it's somewhat comparable to the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation, which is supposed to be comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. So I kind of feel like those are in the same realm as one another. So if you were looking for cheaper alternatives rather than paying £16 or $17 if you are in the US, I do feel like you can have a look at the Conceal and Define foundation, which will probably give you a little bit more coverage than this one will anyway. So yes, I'll probably do like a comparison of all three, so you can see like what my thoughts are on all three and which one is probably the best to go for out of the three. I think I'm gonna do this. So let me know, did you buy this foundation? Are you looking to buy this foundation? What do you think it looks like on me, even though we have gone the entire day without blotting or anything? Tell me what you think. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.